Company is making shipping easy this holiday season. Call 770-524-8663 now and get your barrels shipped and cleared hassle-free to Jamaica. E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company. Atlanta, your ship and clear company. E&W Shipping is
So hello everybody, and welcome to Hustle and Vibes. Another Tuesday night. We are in lovely Dominica recording our show tonight. Listen, you saw us laughing at the beginning, but I am going to go ahead and say to our sponsors, shout out to our sponsors, Elite Realty Dominica, Maximum Money Elite Realtors in Atlanta, and Elite Barbers Barbershop. Okay, and you can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Bacchanal TV, and Live 365, and now Roku. Yay!
Yes.
Thank you, Lawrence, for that. That shows we are expanding. We are laughing. We are laughing. Why? Because this is like take number 255, okay?
Action.
We've had to do so many takes just now. We started off at the place I was staying at, then that wasn't working, and then now lovely Vanessa made this happen for us here at Caribbean FM in Dominica. So thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, the whole radio station for allowing us to use Caribbean FM so we can broadcast our show today. So listen.
Yo.
This is funny.
Yo.
Yeah, this is really funny.
Anyway.
We love technology.
Yo, big up to Caribbean FM one time, man, for letting this happen, for letting us use their space.
Yes.
And,
oh my gosh.
Yo, after this, I'm gonna eat after this.
Well, I know, I'm hungry too. So we are covering part of Creole Fest as well with Caribbeanlifetv, Live TV, Live Radio, here while we're here in Dominica as well. So we get to bring back a little bit of fun and tell you guys what happened when we get back, right?
Yes.
So, you know my usual. What you doing this weekend?
Check numbers.
255.
What did I do? I didn't really do much because I came in Friday. Didn't really do much. Came in Friday. I got a rental. I'm saying
Mali, yes. Kingdom Rentals.
Yeah, big up to Mali, big up to Kingdom Rental. If you are guys in Dominica or coming to Dominica and you need a rental, I'm saying look up Kingdom Rentals. I'm saying
Rentals. He is the bomb. I love Mali. Mali is always wonderful to me.
And tell him, be like, yo, Kirtley sent you.
Not Kirtley, Nicole. Okay. Nicole and Kirtley.
Nicole and Kirtley. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell him DJ Silent.
Yes,
tell him Kirtley and
right.
Nicole.
Don't say DJ Silent. Say Kirtley and Nicole. Yes. So, yes, tell them about Kingdom Rentals. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're not doing any more takes.
No more takes. So, so like I was saying, like if you're in Dominica and you need a rental, hit up Kingdom Rentals. What else did I do? Also, if you're trying to like, see something different, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not down in on Jamaica, but if you want to see something different, you know what I'm saying? You want to see other parts of the Caribbean island, I'm saying, like right now, I'm saying it's like the best time, to like come to Dominica, you know what I'm saying? That it's like also independence celebration. So you get to, learn about our culture, learn about our country. You know what I'm saying? See our heritage and stuff like that. And also, you can also come back, saying during the carnival time. This year carnival is going to be in March. So I'm saying, so if you want to feel, see something different, like right now, it's like it would be like the time to come to Dominica because you learn a lot.
Oh, Dominica, yeah. For Carnival, you talking about?
No, I'm talking about right now the Independence celebration.
Oh, for Independence, yeah. You learn more about the culture during Independence.
Yes.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I would tell you, I'll be honest. One of the things I love about Dominica is how they have really, really kept their culture. Like the whole African culture, the whole infusion of French and the African culture. I love it. I love it. I love coming to Dominica. Don't look like that.
Hey.
Don't look like that. This is my second home, y'all. Really.
She gave up
her citizenship. Her
yeah.
U.S. citizenship. Yeah, you give me a chance, I will. Like, I am okay with that for real. So
what did you do?
What did I do? Rise and Wine. I did Rise and Wine. That's how you knew I was here because I really wasn't coming, right? I wasn't coming. They wouldn't let me cancel my ticket. Let me tell you, first and foremost, I was like ill that I couldn't come to Dominica, okay? First of all, my stomach was hurting. I was just like, oh my God, I'm not going. And I really wasn't coming. I wasn't, but I couldn't cancel the ticket. So they wouldn't, FYI, they do not allow you to use COVID. Let me just say.
Because you know who spoiled it for everybody else.
Right? These people who try to use COVID. Somebody told me to use COVID because I wasn't thinking of that, right?
Because as soon as they hear COVID, they're like, yeah, we know that voice. No
way, right? So let me tell you, somebody said, well, try COVID. And I said, okay, well, I'll try that. And they said, oh, we no longer do COVID. COVID only lasts 3 to 5 days now, so it's not the same. And I'm like, so what does the 3 to 5 days have to do with anything? Because isn't it about the fact of not infecting anyone else, right? But they didn't hear it.
You get on a plane with COVID.
They will people make sure that you make sure you put on your mask because that was American Airlines. That's what they told me.
People like.
That's so you don't put on your
I
mask.
can't even use that no more because I was like, yo, I'm gonna use this.
Put on your mask. Just everybody put on their mask because apparently this is now I guess considered the new flu, right?
You know what?
So
you know what will help too? Diarrhea. If you say you have diarrhea, they're not letting you on that plane.
Do not say that.
Yes,
really.
They will not let you on that plane. It's
I didn't know that.
People can deliver like a little cough or whatever. But tell somebody you have diarrhea and you might poop on the plane, they let you on
That's
the plane.
That's it. So anyway, so now we're here for Creole Fest. And I am actually going to enjoy this because Creole Fest is always really pretty good, right?
Yes.
So you come for the cultural infusion of Dominica and knowing their French and African side, right?
Pretty much.
Yep, pretty much. See, honorary Dominican. So most people don't know that my grandmother was born in Dominica. She was here until she was 10, and then she was raised in Guyana. That's how she met my grandfather.
Ooh.
Right. So, but we're raised pretty much like Guyanese. I'm be honest with you, because she know the culture, but she didn't know it that well because she was 10 years old when they moved.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense.
So it's really we were more infused with Guyanese as opposed to having both. I wish we would have had actually both when we were all young.
I know because I moved to the U.S. at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like. More than half of my life was in the U.S., but I never forgot my culture.
Right, you kind of
never.
I mean, but that's because all of your background was from that. So for the fact that my grandmother got married to a Guyanese, now you know how that happens,
makes
right?
sense,
And now your children are Guyanese,
Did she come back?
Right? Huh?
Did she ever come back?
Yes, it took 60 years almost before she came back. Yeah. So she didn't come till she was 70. No.
Oh wow.
I wasn't interested. I was younger then. I wasn't really that interested. But my aunt came with her, And so then my aunt came back with us in July of this year when we was here. So it was my aunt, me, it was my mother, my aunt, and my son. We came back in July, end of July. So, but yeah, so that it took her that long. And it's so funny because my aunt said she was never coming back because she was like, the roads were crazy. Like, and I mean, this was like 40 years ago. Like, it was a minute. Mm-hmm. So my aunt is like 69. So like, yeah, it was like 35 years ago when they came. Yeah. So she was just like, no, I'm not going back. I'm good. And she said my grandmother was so mad at her. But she was like, now you're going like it's nothing. And she's like, I gotta see what it is. And she told me it's changed drastically, of course. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, we are here. I love the weather, so even though it's rainy.
Oh yeah,
it's hot out there though.
No rain. Also, man, if you're like a music fan and music lover, like the World Creole Music Festival is a place to be.
It is.
It's like every year you get like a different cast, a different lineup of like, artists, that comes through.
Yeah, because this year they have Gramps Morgan. They also have the Marley Brothers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Rotimi is coming as well.
Yes.
Right? Who else? Then you have your locals.
Yeah,
so
locals.
like your Signal, your TK.
Yep.
Is WCK performing this year?
No, I didn't see them on
I didn't think I saw them either. So you have TK, you have Signal, you have who else? Who are the locals? Ecstasy?
Yeah.
Are they performing, or are they doing T-Bellage?
Yeah. Ecstasy is doing all white.
Oh, they're doing White
all
Sunset.
White. I think they're doing All White Sunset. Yes, they are All White Sunset, but I don't know where else they're playing.
Okay.
And of course, like the legends, the people, I guess, Midnight Groovers. There's this older band, like they're the one that's like, they're more into like the Calypso.
Oh, the Calypso and stuff.
Yeah. It's called Cadas. But they call it Calypso. So
Calypso?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Never Cadas? Yeah. They call that one of the groups that was in TV Life Square. Yes, I think they call it the All-Star Band or something like that.
Yeah, I know the All-Star Band.
Yeah, so most of the music they were playing was Cadas music. So it was
okay.
so back in the day, you had bands like Exile One, Gramax, you call that Bells Combo, Midnight Groovers, you know what I'm saying? And they would play what is called Cadas, you know? So that was like way before Bouillon. So like way before Bouillon music came on the scene, it was like, Cadas, that was like, Cadas or Cadas Lipso, that was like, pretty much like, like the it.
The it thing.
And then, WCK came and it was like a whole new evolution of the music, the Bouillon music. And now it's like a new generation now. We call it nasty business.
Nasty business. The bouillon.
The bouillon. Yes.
The bouillon.
The bouillon is hot and spicy.
Yeah. So I mean, the funny thing is, like when I was telling people, "Oh yeah, y'all have to go to Dominica," and I was like, "Dominique, you mean DR?" I'm like, "No, Dominica."
I used to hate when people say that, but it's like. I like when they say that now because like I get to give them a geography lesson.
Right, you do.
Yeah.
You really do. You're like, no, that's not what it is.
So I will show them. I'll be like, yo, DR is right here. And you follow the Chido Islands.
Dominica is right here.
And they're like, oh really? I'm like, yes.
And you're like, you see St. Lucia, and you have Martinique, and you have Guadeloupe. And it's so funny because so many people know about St. Lucia and all the other islands, but they don't really kind of know about Dominica. And so when you tell them that, then they're like, oh, okay, I need to visit. So when I was telling everybody's like, I don't know about Dominica. Like 1 or 2 people might have known Dominica because they might have done it through a cruise.
A cruise, yes.
Right?
I mean, a lot of people like that.
Right, so a lot of people end up knowing Dominica-based stuff or coming on a cruise, right? So when I would tell people, they're like, oh, I'm like, this place, I'm telling y'all it's up and coming. Then, boom, 2 years later, y'all want to go. Then y'all start winning all type of, then you guys started getting all types of stuff, like, you got the Caribbean Music Awards.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Both Ridge and Asa.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? I'm like, see? So, I know. This is a beautiful island. It's very untapped.
You know what I said about it is so like, you know, people don't even know there's a country like the Guadeloupe and Martinique.
Right. They don't even know that. They don't even know about Martinique or Guadeloupe. It's the strangest thing, but I guess a lot of times because most people go to the more touristy places, even though Dominica has tourism.
Oh.
Right?
Ecstasy Band,
the Ecstasy Band. So they are on there. Yeah. I thought so. I thought I saw them on the lineup. Ecstasy Band. Break into the Dominican, into Dominica's the industry here of real estate, and I've met quite a few great people, and I do have quite a few listings. I do have to get them out there, but I do have quite a few listings that I am able to push out to sell.
So have you ever I guess since like you joined the real estate business and industry in Dominica, have you like sold anything yet?
No, I haven't sold anything yet, and I knew it would take a little while because one, properties in Dominica tend to sit a little bit longer than most, right?
Yes.
And Caribbean, I should say the Caribbean islands, they sit a little bit more because usually, it'll either be a local or and they'll have investors that come in for more of the higher end properties. But if they need quite a bit of work, normally it's going to be some investor. Okay. Even if it's a local investor, right? Okay. So I haven't sold anything yet. I'm still getting some things together, like websites and all that all together as well. But I am receiving, I got lucky. God made sure that this young lady called me about some land in Marigot. So I'm going to be putting land in Marigot on sale pretty soon. So we're waiting for the evaluation to be done, which is one of the things I really love about Dominica real estate, actually. Because you guys do evaluations, you get someone to come out and actually do an evaluation on the property, and then we get to say, we'll say, okay, this is how much it can sell for. Whereas in the States, they have us as realtors look it up, and then we have to give like pretty much a broad estimate of what we think the property can actually go for.
And another thing too is like, well, I don't know. For other Caribbean islands, maybe it's the same like Dominica, but a lot of people like pretty much own their stuff, own their land, own their house. So and then a lot of the time it's like it's passed down.
It's passed down from generation to generation.
So or like a family, right? Like let's say a great grandfather might have, maybe like 30 acres of land. And next year when he dies, like okay, this piece right here goes to that son. This piece right here goes to this son, this daughter or this nephew. And the next thing the same thing. The grandfather would be like, okay, if a son or a daughter wants to build a house, they'd be like, okay, well, you see this piece of plot right here from this going down to this point, and that's yours, and you can build on there. So that way, now it's like people like not really like sit into like, oh, I need to like buy a house, I need to buy a land
because the land is already there.
Yeah, the land is already there.
And see, the thing is, let me tell you what's the difference that makes that actually possible, right? And that's property tax, right? So once you are here in Dominica, I'm not saying you don't have property tax, but the property tax is very, very, very minimal, right?
Yes.
So it allows a tract of land to sit for generations, because sometimes you have to admit some generations are simply just not interested, right? And then it might skip 2 generations, and then a 3rd generation, which is like 30 years later, decides, well, you know what? I've found out that we have land in Dominica, so I want to go and check it out, see what it's like. I wouldn't mind living abroad because I work remotely, things like that. And then they are able to come and get a piece of land to build on or to do whatever, or even if the house is there, and even if it's in a little disrepair, they're still able to repair it and start living in the family the family house. To me, that is the epitome of being able to live. In the States,
You don't own land.
You never own your land. You never own your
it's
property.
like you buy it.
You
and
buy
then you pay
it.
tax, right?
And even if you pay off the mortgage, you're constantly paying property tax, and property tax can run you from $3,000 to $150,000.
Oh my goodness.
Depending on the property.
Atlanta. Your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday season. Beginning right now, call 770-524-8663 and have your barrels picked up to meet the following shipping dates: Saturday, October 26th, Friday, November 16th, and Friday, November 30th. Get your barrels in by October 26th and you can have your second barrel shipped at half price. Yes, E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company, is making shipping easy this holiday season. Call 770-524-8663 now and get your barrels shipped and cleared hassle-free to Jamaica. E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company. Atlanta. Your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this
Land in Marigot. So I'm going to be putting land in Marigot on sale pretty soon. So we're waiting for the evaluation to be done, which is one of the things I really love about Dominica Real Estate, actually, because you guys do evaluations. You get someone to come out and actually do an evaluation on the property, and then we get to say, then we'll say, okay, this is how much it can sell for. Whereas in the States, they have us as realtors look it up, and then we have to give like pretty much a broad estimate of what we think the property can actually go for.
And another thing too is like, well, I don't know for other Caribbean islands, maybe it's the same like Dominica, but a lot of people like pretty much own their stuff, own their land, own their house. So and then a lot of the time it's like it's passed down.
It's passed down from generation to generation.
So or like a family, right? Like let's say a great grandfather might have, maybe like 30 acres of land, and next year when he dies, like okay, this piece right here goes to that son, this piece right here goes to this son, this daughter or this nephew, and the next thing the same thing, the grandfather will be like, okay, if a son or daughter wants to build a house, they'd be like, okay, well, you see this piece of plot right here from this going down to this point, and that's yours, and you can build on there. So that way, now it's like people are like not really like say into like, oh, I need to like buy a house, I need to buy a land,
because the land is already there.
Yeah, the land is already there.
And see, the thing is, let me tell you what's the difference that makes that actually possible, right? And that's property tax, right? So once you are here in Dominica, I'm not saying you don't have property tax, but the property tax is very, very, very minimal, right?
Yes.
So it allows a tract of land to sit for generations, because sometimes you have to admit some generations are simply just not interested, right? And then it might skip 2 generations, and then a third generation, which is like 30 years later, decides, well, you know what, I found out that we have land in Dominica, so I want to go and check it out, see what it's like. I wouldn't mind living abroad because I work remotely, things like that. And then they are able to come and get a piece of land to build on or to do whatever, or even if the house is there, and even if it's in a little disrepair, they're still able to repair it and start living in the family the family house. To me, that is the epitome of being able to live. In the States, you never own your land. You never own your property.
It's like you buy it,
you
and
buy
then you pay tax, right?
And even if you pay off the mortgage, you're constantly paying property tax, and property tax can run you from $3,000 to $150,000,
Oh my goodness.
depending on the depending on the property, right? Because if you have like a huge mansion in Atlanta, so say you bought something for about $3 million, the taxes on that alone can easily be, actually, the taxes on that alone can easily be $10,000. That's that's $120,000 a year.
She said $10,000 a month.
Yeah, and that's on a house that's like maybe about $2 to $3 million, right? So those type of taxes,
that's what
if someone passes away and a younger person inherits that, right? How are they going to pay $10,000 a month? Right? So it's kind of unrealistic. So that's one of the things that I would always say to people, you know, yeah, you can buy real estate in the States and use it as a vehicle, right? Use it as a vehicle, meaning you collect as much equity as you can in the house, and then when you're ready to retire and you decide you want to retire out of the country, wherever that is, whether it's, because most of the Caribbean, you get to keep your land and for generation to generation. And once you sell it, you can just use that equity and bring it to another country and do what you want to do with it.
Somewhere where you ain't got to pay $10,000.
And you don't have to worry about that property tax as you age. Imagine if you live till 90 years old, 95, even 100, because that is possible in the Caribbean, right? Because of lifestyle, that is just possible, right? They tend to have longer lifespans. And imagine that, and you had to pay those kind of taxes. You would end up getting kicked out of your house.
Of course. Because
what 90-year-old is going to be able to do that?
Oh my goodness.
Right?
That's why, like, when I see, like, you know, people, if I'm driving around, right, and I see, like, those huge houses, and then you find out, oh, this house is worth like $500,000, this house is worth like, you know, a couple $1 million. Like, I don't be like, man, I wish I had a house. I'd be like, man, like the upkeep on the house.
Not really. Let me say this. So, what most people don't realize is you'll gain most of your equity in houses that's $500,000 and above.
Oh, right.
Yes,
See,
you absolutely do that.
See,
you absolutely do. You gain equity below that. I'm not saying that you don't. But what I am saying, so during the COVID era, right? I call it the COVID era, right? Yes, because during the COVID era, people gained a lot of equity. So no matter what you bought, you gained a lot of equity during that era because people were paying and people were buying houses like crazy. A lot of multi-generational living started happening because they'd have parents, and so what they were doing, the parents would sell their house, and I had quite a few of that. Quite a few people who did that. The parents would sell their house, the kids would sell their house, then they'll go buy a really big house. They'll take their money, they pull it together and buy a really big house, and then like maybe the basement was huge, so they would actually renovate the basement to accommodate their parents. So the basement would have brand new bathroom, kitchen, I mean just the works, looking great. And so you had a lot of multi-generational living that way, and that was definitely $500,000 and above. But those houses in the COVID era gained quite a bit of equity, so they went from 500 to 800. That's what they're worth. So now, when they're ready to move, if they want to move today, they have like $300,000 worth of equity.
Oh wow!
Right,
and that's for them to like keep.
For them to keep, whatever, minus any taxes, whatever. Right? If it's a married couple, so like everybody knows that there's capital gains taxes. So if you're single, you're allowed $250,000 of equity that you can make from your house without having to pay the taxes, right? But if you're married, it's $500,000. So you get to keep $500,000. Yes, you get to keep $500,000. Now, from my understanding, it can also, and if I'm correct, because I had to look this up the other day, it can also go to everyone who is on the title. So technically, if there's 3 people on the title, each person has $250,000 they can collect. So then you can technically walk away with $750,000 untaxable.
Is that so?
See, yes. So people don't know. Sometimes there's some power in some numbers, right?
Yeah.
So 3 people live in the house, like I said, husband and wife. Mom lives downstairs. All 3 people are on the title. They sell the house. They get to all collect $250,000 apiece. So they get to walk away with $750,000 non-taxable
Oh wow.
Right? So they can take that money again and pool it and take it somewhere else.
See, and I guess that's like the pros of like, you know, I guess having a house in, I guess, you know, America than having it here. So can
yes,
you, so can
it
you,
depends, right? Because
so does the same concept works like here in Dominica?
so I'm not sure if you guys have a capital gains tax. So that's something I have to learn as well, right? So I'm not sure if you guys have a capital gains tax, but I want to venture to say no, but I need to find that out, right? Because you should be able to, because you guys don't have like all those extra taxes like we do, I don't think you have capital gains tax. But that is definitely something I need to have. Need to find out. And I'm glad you asked me that, because I know somebody else will ask me, because while I'm here, of course, I'm working, and I will be going to video houses for investors, because I have a few investors that are actually interested in coming to Dominica.
Look at you.
Yeah, of course. What? How could I not want the place to grow? You know?
That's good. That's good. That's good.
The place has to grow. And you know, some people would say, well, why you never pick Guyana? I'm like, well, Guyana kind of got their thing already going, you know, especially with the oil and everything. So they were already building back since like 2014 to 2016 in that space. So they were already on their way of going where they need to go. So now in 2024, I mean, the roads are different. I mean, things are just really different. They built up a lot since then. So now I'm coming someplace that needs it.
I'm gonna come to the DA.
DA. Well, I like being here anyway. The people here always treat me well, so I really appreciate that.
That's one thing I can say about, you know, Dominicans. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like the old people, the young people. I mean, there's a few knuckleheads, but they treat you. Yeah, they treat you. Like,
you'll never go hungry.
Never
go hungry. Never.
You can pass and you be like, oh, my lady, you got something to eat now? Like, okay, you hungry? Yes. There you go. They feed you. They
will feed you. You will never go hungry. I will say that. So, like, you know, most people, most places you go, people are like, oh, no, I don't have nothing today. No, if they have to stop and cook for you a little something, you know, even if they say, oh, it's a little sardine I have today. And the joke is, it's because when Silent was on his way and for us to record, he's like, yeah, breakfast now. I'm like, no, you didn't give me enough time. I was like, let me go see what's in the cabinet.
Yeah, sardines.
We had sardine in the cabinet, we had eggs, you know, we had bread.
It was good.
Right? And I cooked it up real quick.
I learned something new. Sugar cane and coconut water go hand in hand.
Yes, it does. Sugar cane and coconut water goes hand in hand. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
She said one. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yep. So, listen, you guys. Our show might be it's going to be a little shorter today because we are in someone else's studio. But we appreciate you guys like normal, always coming out and checking us out today. Right?
All right.
Don't forget, you can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Live 365, Bacchanal TV, and now on Roku.
We on Roku.
Roku. Thank you, Lawrence.
I on TV. Hey.
Yeah, you on TV.
Yeah. All right.
And then now, as well, our sponsors, Elite Realty Dominica, Maximum One Elite Realtors in Atlanta, and Elite Barbers Barbershop. But guys, thank you so much for coming out and listening to us tonight. We know we have a little shorter show, but we want to thank Carrie FM as well, and Vanessa and Steve for facilitating this. It took us a minute. We had too many takes, but we are done. And thank you for coming out. Once again, thank you for coming out and listening to us. All right, Silent.
Do everything over again?
So hello everybody, and welcome to Hustle and Vibes. Another Tuesday night. We are in lovely Dominica recording our show tonight. Listen, you saw us laughing at the beginning, but I am going to go ahead and say to our sponsors, shout out to our sponsors, Elite Realty Dominica, Maximum Money Elite Realtors.
Atlanta, your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday season. Beginning right now, call 770-524-8663 and have your barrels picked up to meet the following shipping dates: Saturday, October 26th, Friday, November 16th, and Friday, November 30th. Get your barrels in by October 26th and you can have your second barrel shipped at half price. Yes, E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company, is making shipping easy this holiday season. Call 770-524-8663 now and get your barrels shipped and cleared hassle-free to Jamaica. E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company. Atlanta, your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday.
Buy a home or build a home or just an investment property. Contact Nicole London at 888-860-2366. That's 888-860-2366. Or you can log on to DominicaEliteRealty.com for all your inquiries and questions. Elite Realty Dominica, where exquisite living is defined by nature.
Lawrence Prescott Photography. I'm smiling, I'm laughing because, God, I know what I'm talking about. Lawrence Prescott.
For what you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, for what you're doing now. Thank you, Lord, for every little thing. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Lord, you make the birds sing. I want to sing along, sing along. Said I'm in no competition, but I make my decision. You can keep your opinion. I'm just calling on the wise man communion. Thank you, Lord, for what you've done for me. Thank you, Lord, for what you're doing now. Thank you, Lord.
Atlanta, your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday season. Beginning right now, call 770-524-8663 and have your barrels picked up to meet the following shipping dates: Saturday, October 26th, Friday, November 16th, and Friday, November 30th. Get your barrels in by October 26th and you can have your second barrel shipped at half price. Yes, E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company, is making shipping easy this holiday season. Call 770-524-8663 now and get your barrels shipped and cleared hassle-free to Jamaica. E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company. Atlanta, your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday season. Beginning right now, call 770-524-8663 and have your barrels picked up to meet the following shipping dates: Saturday, October 26th, Friday, November 16th, and Friday, November 30th. Get your barrels in by October 26th and you can have your second barrel shipped at half price. Yes, E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company, is making shipping easy this holiday season. Call 770-524-8663 now and get your barrels shipped and cleared hassle-free to Jamaica. E&W Shipping, your ship and clear company. Atlanta, your ship and clear company, E&W Shipping, is making it easy for your shipments to Jamaica this holiday season. Beginning right now, call 770-524-8663 and have your barrels picked up to meet the following shipping dates: Saturday, October